Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the weekly sports feature where I pick out the best sporting moment from each week and basically talk about it in a video. Now today's episode is being recorded on Australia Day, which is why I'm wearing the hat. So happy Australia Day to everyone out there. I hope you enjoyed the day, whatever you may be doing. And I know my day will consist of snags on the barbie and watching all the action from the Australian Open tennis and the cricket at the Adelaide Oval. Now the first week of the Australian Open was well underway and Rafael Nadal experienced a first round exit which he probably hasn't experienced very much in his career. Now Australian tennis legend Lleyton Hewitt, he said goodbye to the tennis world after a stunning career. He was knocked out of the second round by Ferrer. He is definitely one of Australia's favourites and he will be missed. So congratulations Lleyton on a fantastic career. Sad to see you go, but I suppose good things have to come to an end eventually. Now staying on the topic of the Australian Open, Daria Glivalova, who featured in that famous Hopman Cup win with Nick Kyrgios to guide Australia to their first Hopman Cup win since 1999. She's had a fantastic Australian Open campaign. She got knocked out in the fourth round despite a 6-0 first set win, but she is a very high, young, talented, young female tennis player. So congratulations to Daria on a fantastic Australian Open campaign. I'm very excited to see what the future beholds for her. So congratulations to you, Daria. We do accept your apology for being emotionally fried in the fourth round game, but you know what, these things happen and you've had a fantastic campaign. You should be very proud of yourself. Now of course some other fantastic sports moments from this week included that absolutely stunning India collapse in the one-dayer against Australia on Wednesday at Manica Oval. An unbelievable collapse. India was looking likely to win it, but they just didn't win it. They just collapsed and Australia were able to win the match. But our weekly sports feature for this week comes from the Big Bash. It's another Big Bash weekly sports feature, probably the best of them all though. The Sydney Thunder winning both the women's and men's Big Bash League finals at the MCG on Sunday. They were both incredible games. They went right down to the final over, which was just absolutely stunning to see. And Usman Khawaja, well, what form has he been in lately? He has been on fire. He scored a century in the semi-final against the Adelaide Strikers on Thursday at the Adelaide Oval. Came back in the final at the MCG. Was able to pile on 70 runs to lead the Sydney Thunder to a big final win. They won by 3 wickets. Now, it was just incredible to see the form he is in lately. He should be in all forms of the game the way he is going. Anyway, let's get into the results from both matches because they were just absolutely stunning matches. I'll start with the Women's Big Bash, the Women's Big Bash League, which has been absolutely fantastic to see this year. It's just been a big success, so congratulations to Cricket Australia. I know they'll be making some big improvements for next year, but it is already a fantastic success. The Thunder, they were chasing 115 runs after an impressive bowling display from them in the Sydney Sixers batting innings. They were able to chase it down though to win by 3 wickets. Sydney Thunders and the highest wicket taker for the match, Osborne, got player of the match for the Women's Big Bash final. Fantastic game. And while the Stars managed to collect 176 runs in the first innings, which was led by Englishman Kevin Peterson, who signed a contract to play for the Melbourne Stars for the next 2 years, so good on him. Very good for the Big Bash here in Australia. But it wasn't enough though, because the Sydney Thunder chased it down and closed down the game to win by 3 wickets thanks to Usman Khawaja, who got man of the match in the big final. Some impressive games. I love the Big Bash. It's been fantastic this year. I've loved it since BBI won. Seriously, it's been such a great competition. Can't wait for it to return next year. It's going to be interesting to see if Cricket Australia make any changes. Personally, I do like it the way it is. I know there's a lot of people out there who want extra games, but it needs to be, to maintain the success it's had, it needs to be a short competition. It needs to be over by the start of February. So maybe starting it a bit earlier if you want extra games. That would be probably the way to go in my opinion. But it's been a fantastic competition. This year has just been the biggest season of it yet. 80,000 at the MCG, of course. That was in the weekly sports feature a couple of weeks ago, and of course there's been record crowds at I think it was the SCG and also the Blundstone Arena as well. I know the last game I went to against the Hobart Hurricanes and Perth Scorchers, it was a record crowd there, the biggest crowd they've ever had at Blundstone Arena. So it's been a fantastic season of the Big Bash, and can't wait for it to return next year. But it's on to footy season now. So that is it for another edition of the weekly sports feature, week 4 of 2016, and as you saw, my weekly sports feature for this week was the Sydney Thunder winning both the women's and men's Big Bash League. I should say congratulations to the Sydney Thunder on being victors in both those competitions. Now don't forget to like, comment and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe also, because I've got lots more content, not only the weekly sports feature, but also lots more content coming over this year as well. So do stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching another edition of the weekly sports feature. You can follow me on Twitter at Bevob5. You can follow Bevob5 Productions on Twitter at Bevob5P, of course. There's also a range of other social media I have as well, including Instagram and also my photography Facebook page. So go check that out. Of course, links are down in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Jacob Bevis. Until next Tuesday, bye for now.